Hi, I am Jill Oliveras, the broker at Mason Blue Properties located in South Walton, Florida. As a real estate broker, I am always looking for ways to increase my book of business and my pipeline for sales. An area often overlooked by real estate professionals is for sale by owner properties. It is assumed by many real estate professionals that for sale by owner sellers are not willing to pay a real estate commission. And because of this assumption, many real estate professionals do not stay up to date on the for sale by owner properties available in their local market. However, there are two ways a real estate professional can increase their book of business and sales pipeline through FSBO properties. The first and most common way is to solicit a listing from the FSBO seller. However, if this is the approach you want to take as a real estate professional, there are two very important things to keep in mind. First, you need to time your contact appropriately. Many for sale by owner sellers are inundated with marketing materials from local real estate agents as soon as the property hits the market, soliciting the listing. This is the worst time to reach out to the for sale by owner seller. They're excited about listing their property. They thought about it, they made the decision, and they've gone ahead and put it on the market. They are not interested in hearing about your services and what you can add to the table in order to achieve their real estate goals right away. You want to wait a little while, let them have the property on the market, see what kind of activity they're having, and ask them if they're interested after a few weeks on the market of investigating listing with a real estate professional like yourself. The other thing you need to keep in mind is that once you do initiate contact, you need to be able to explain what value you will add in listing the property outside of what they've already been able to accomplish, which is to get the property on the market. The second way to build your book of business and your sales pipeline through an FSBO seller is to bring a buyer. As I mentioned earlier, many times real estate professionals assume the for sale by owner seller is not interested in paying any real estate commission at all. It would be surprising to many to learn that oftentimes for sale by owner sellers are actually willing to pay a commission. They just don't want to pay that full listing commission. Many sellers understand that a listing commission is higher because the listing agent pays part of the commission out to a buyer's agent. So they're already ready to pay a buyer's agent that same commission and then save themselves the difference between what the listing commission would have been and the buyer's agent that they had to pay. If you have a buyer that is looking for a property and there happens to be a for sale by owner property on the market that meets their criteria, it is totally acceptable to reach out to that for sale by owner seller and see if they are willing to pay a buyer's agent commission should your buyer be interested in making an offer on the property. Some sellers will be willing to offer that buyer's agent commission right away. Others, you may need to educate a little about the difference between the listing commission that they may have been quoted during listing presentations and the commission that you're willing to accept. Oftentimes you can get a for sale by owner seller to pay you the exact commission you would have been paid as the buyer's agent had this property been listed with another agent and you brought the buyer. And the seller gets to save the difference between the listing commission and the lower commission point that they will pay you, just the buyer's agent. So never overlook the ways that you can earn commission. Sometimes it just takes that extra step of asking. So initiating contact and asking if they're willing to, and you may be surprised at what you learn.